Hello everyone and welcome to another New World video. My name's Brian if you happen to be new to the channel, but if you're a part of this incredible 15,873 of y'all who've hit that subscribe button, and also to the 656 of y'all who've just joined here in the last month, welcome in and welcome back. I really appreciate you taking a chance on my content, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do here. Now I'm gonna ask one favor. Please don't hate watch me. If this isn't positive in your day, if this doesn't give you any value, there's so much really good stuff on YouTube. So if you're hate watching me, just note that I love you very much, but you deserve better in this case. So guys, we talk a lot about New World. Sometimes we talk a little bit about life here at the channel. And today I want to talk to you guys both on the positive and the negative concerns that I have for the upcoming expansion, namely because this expansion is coming in hot. And so as a developer or somebody who understands the sprint structure that they're using, I want to set some expectations, talk to you about my hopes, talk to you about some of the things we need to look out for, and overall just kind of get your thoughts as well. So if you have any questions when it comes to development environments, feel free to sound off below, and I can hopefully help demystify some of the things that are going on within gaming and within New World. But let's go ahead and dive into it. Let's start this off, this discussion off with kind of a minor disappointment. Here we are today. I'm filming this on the 10th of September, and we did not see the PTR open this past week. And the reason why this is a minor disappointment is because as of this week that we're going into, we are 3 weeks away from the launch of this game. One of the things the developer said is that, hey, this is going to be a shorter PTR time, which I think makes sense. So what this means is that outside of minor bugs, any kind of major overhaul isn't to be expected. And no matter what, I can't control how gamers react and set their expectations. There's always going to be gamers out there that are going to be like, hey, you gave me the opportunity to give you feedback, and 2 weeks have changed and nothing has been implemented. Now, they got a couple other things here. We've seen, at least with Season 2, it actually show up on time. And as somebody who really enjoys this game, who has a lot of respect for what the AGS team does, because they really put their heart and soul, I think, into this. You might not necessarily agree, but I look at various markers when it comes to what they communicate and how they deliver, and Season 2 delivered on time. I'm hoping that that means we're going to see a continual march of delivery, and both delivering on the promises, but also on the timing of those promises in the game itself. So if nothing else, when it comes to this PTR, when it comes to this expansion, I hope they categorize a couple of things, and this would be something I think be very valuable as a part of their Forged in Eternum series. Here's the feedback we're getting, and we're going to categorize it in short, medium, and long term. Like Scott says this, and I actually agree with it. There's not a concept of difficult. It's always going to be a concept of time. How much time will it take to do the thing? Short, medium, and long, and that roughly kind of speaks. The short would be the kind of the quick turns, the hot fixes, something that we can see in the patch, and we've seen them improve upon this over the course of the last year. The medium is start to be where you're at that 3 to 6 months marker, so you're starting to talk about Season 4 or Season 5 at that point. And then long term is like, well, yeah, we're gonna have to look at addressing some of these bigger issues with the next expansion. And I would also just kind of advise them, they should also announce their next expansion, especially if it's going to come next year. Don't keep people wondering and waiting. Say, hey, yes, Rise of the Angry Earth is out, and guess what? Next year, we're going to see a new expansion. We'll talk to you guys more about that in the spring. So all of a sudden, people are like, my investment in time in this game is going to be rewarded because there's also more content that they promised. And right now the roadmap only goes up to Season 4, and I think that's going to be something where we know that there's more to come, but I think they need to communicate that to us, and that falls into that feedback. That gives us that should give them the ability to say, this is the feedback we're getting, and this is what it's going to take to implement said feedback. So I'm not expecting a delay at this point. I think that if they knock it out on the 3rd, outside of any kind of crazy, issues, this will be a really good, kind of testament for them to continue to build up that, hey, we said we were delivering on the 3rd. We definitely delivered on the 3rd. We took your feedback from the PTR, and here's what we learned from it. And the last thing I think I will say on this subject itself is that while I don't think this, expansion is going to be like the be all end all, the meatiest of expansions. I do think it is going to set right some of these things that the game has needed that kind of attention. And I think season 3 is going to be a really good fresh start for a lot of people who are looking to step into kind of a hybrid sandbox theme park game with the, level cap increasing and the gear score increasing and them kind of going and redoing and looking at those systems. It'll be a good opportunity for people to step back into it. However, that all being said is that with this, and if it does go into this yearly expansion kind of mindset, you can kind of see and start to expect what this game is, and that leans more and more into the theme park. And that's not necessarily a weakness. Theme park is very attractive, but people don't live in theme parks. They visit theme parks, and that's just what and the MMO genre right now seems to be catering to. Whether you agree or disagree or prefer that or not, I think the PvP and what I would love to see with them is not just with the open world PvP, but PvP has the ability to hold more people than just waiting for the next expedition dungeon to drop, the next story piece of content to drop. And that's what I'm hoping that we can see more investment in, because those kind of sandbox elements, those player-driven elements, are something that I think can help, just sustain it. The other thing we want to see, and that's kind of a final thought, I know this is a little bit of a smorgasbord for you today, is I would love to see them add in SEA region. I think adding in that as a region alongside with their other ambitions with Throne Liberty, with Blue Protocol, I think, and then you can bring Lost Ark into that kind of fold. That will open up, I guess, a bigger audience to the game itself, and ultimately, again, those numbers will continue to climb. Well, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I think I issued a 50 like challenge on the last video, and you guys crushed it with 371. So if you guys enjoyed this video, let's put out another humble 50 like challenge on it to help it continue within the algorithm itself, and also just be sure to hit that subscribe button and join the community here. You can also check out the Discord and so much more. I'll be doing some live streaming of the expansion when it does drop, but I only occasionally live stream with the kids and the family. It ends up being kind of a Sunday kind of special little thing that we get to do here from time to time. So hopefully you get to tune in or join in for those. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching and for listening. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video, but until then, take care.